All right, today we are seriously upgrading our mental toolkit. We're going to break down four powerful psychological principles that are designed to help you hit peak performance in, well, pretty much everything you do. Okay, let's get right into it. So let's just start with the big question, right? How do you actually do it? I mean, it's not about just wishing for it. It's about having a real concrete framework. And that is exactly what we're going to build together, step by step. So, where do we begin? Our journey starts inside our own minds. Look, before you can change your results on the outside, you absolutely have to change the conversation on the inside. Mastering your inner world, that's the non-negotiable first step. Just look at this slide. The contrast is night and day. Over on the left, you've got pity talk. You know that voice, the one that says, "Nobody will help me," and just gets stuck on all the problems. It's a total trap. But then, on the right, we have positive self-talk, which completely reframes the situation to, "I will be my own friend." See that switch? That simple change moves your focus from helplessness to performance. The whole point is to become your own best ally. And what about when things just feel chaotic, totally out of your control? Here's a seriously powerful tool. The idea is to just stop and declare, out loud, "I am responsible." Now, this isn't about blaming yourself, not at all. It's about reclaiming your power. It's like an anchor that yanks you out of that victim mentality and puts you right back in the driver's seat. Okay, so once you've started to master your mind, what's next? Well, now it's time to build the engine that drives all your actions, confidence. And I'm not talking about blind belief here. This is about a systematic process, a way to forge real, unshakable confidence. And this slide, wow, it just lays out the path perfectly. You start with step one, conscious, deliberate practice. You have to really think about what you're doing. Then comes step two, constant repetition. Just doing it again and again and again. All that repetition leads to step three, mental clarity. That's the point where you know exactly what your next move is. And the final goal, step four, effortless action. That's where your mind just performs, super relaxed, almost on autopilot, without all the overthinking. That's true mastery. So let's move on to the next principle and see how this all connects. We've managed our thoughts, we're building our confidence. Now it's time to think strategically. It's time to start thinking like a chess grandmaster. This is such a cool metaphor, isn't it? A grandmaster doesn't just think about their next move. They're thinking 10 moves ahead. And in life, what that really means is analyzing the long-term consequences of what you're doing right now. Every decision you make, big or small, it's a move on your own personal chessboard. And look at how this plays out. A single action you take today, sure, it'll have consequences a year from now. But a grandmaster looks way further. They're looking at the long-term impact in 5 years and the ultimate outcome in 10. So you've got to ask yourself, is the move I'm making today setting me up for a checkmate in a decade? Okay, we've covered our inner world, our actions, and our strategy. The final piece of this puzzle is all about how we interact with other people. This is about operating with a really clear code of social integrity. And the rule is incredibly simple, but it is so, so important. Don't speak ill of others behind their back. No backbiting, period. It sounds like pretty straightforward advice, right? But the psychology behind why this is so critical for your own performance is just fascinating. So here's the crucial part. You really got to get this. When you say something negative about someone else, like X is a bad person, you might think you're just describing them. But the person who's listening to you, they hear something completely different. They hear, "I can't trust you." You see? You're not really damaging the other person's reputation nearly as much as you are damaging your own. Okay, let's tie this all together. To hit that peak performance level, you have to master your self-talk. You have to take radical responsibility for your state of mind. You build real confidence through relentless practice. You think with the long-term vision of a grandmaster. And finally, you act with unwavering integrity. And that really just leaves us with one final, powerful question to think about. If your life really is a chessboard and every single decision matters, what's your next move?